I think we're live. Here we are.
That one.
There we go. Yeah. Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Happy March.
Happy March. Almost spring equinox.
Almost spring equinox.
Right?
Yes.
That's tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
The
21st?
Yes.
Technically?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Hey.
Yay.
This is ScottKeever.
This is Natalie Nowitzki.
And this is mostly ScottKeever's show.
But she's in it too. She's pretty awesome. So we've made it this far. Have any of you been vaccinated? How y'all doing? It's been quite a month, and actually I want to move this over so I can start seeing comments from folks.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, there we go.
Yay!
We got some folks here. Yes. Oh.
Zach's birthday's on Monday.
Zach's birthday's on Monday.
Happy birthday, Zach.
Am I playing
Yay.
anything in her honor? Oh, you know what? I could just say this whole show's in your honor, Zach. So we'll make that work.
That's how old friends work.
Exactly. So it's how new friends work.
That's how new friends work too.
Should work.
Agreed.
Yeah. So. So how's your month?
My month is okay. We're gonna get our first vaccination tomorrow.
Yeah, we are. That was way lucky. Just sort of found the opportunity, and there it is. So that's the way some folks are getting it. But I'm a teacher, and
I've got an autoimmune disease, so I have not been out very much. So it's kind of exciting to get this thing, I think.
So we are eligible. So we're going to go and do that thing. Hopefully, for those of you who are eligible, hopefully you get one soon. And for those of you who have to wait, I hope you also get one soon. So we're all in this together, as it were. Yay. So, yeah. Oh, hey, it's Theodore. It's our favorite kitty. Say hi. Oh. Say hi, Theodore. Say hi.
And as soon as the microphone goes there, it's just like with the camera. He just stops. He's not interested.
Bring him in here. Hang on a second.
There we go.
There we go. Hi.
There we go. There's our little...
There he is.
Our little monkey.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
Yes.
Hi.
Hello. Do you want a close-up? Here, let's get a close-up of Circo.
Yeah, I can hold that.
Oh, yeah, you can hold that there. Look at those pretty eyes. Look up. There you go.
Yep.
Look at those
there.
Pretty eyes. What a cute cat.
So if you hear anything during the show that doesn't sound like a guitar,
it's probably him.
Yeah, it's probably him.
He might be in the mood to jump up on my lap, I'm thinking, at some point today.
Yeah, he's been kind of cute and cuddly and sweet, except that one time that he bit you.
And then several times he's bit you.
Yeah, that's normal.
And the time he ate some plastic this morning. He ate a bunch of plastic.
He ate a lot of plastic. Yeah. You cat owners, I'm sure you can sympathize.
Yeah. So, anyways.
So what are we looking at today? What kind of stuff are you doing?
Well, let's see. I've got some songs that I haven't done some tunes I haven't done for a while. That I had to kind of relearn. One that I botched last month that I'm going to try and go for again this month, which I think I'm pretty...
Redemption. Not that song.
But no. I have a song. I have a tune named Redemption, but that's not the song.
But the concept of.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then a new piece that I debuted last month, which I'm doing again. And then a new piece that I wrote this past month, inspired by a belly dance hafla gathering. And the really good reception I got from those folks. It was an online hafla, online gathering, and it got a really good response from these folks, so I felt like I should write something in honor of that tradition. Yeah, I got a couple old standards, and then a couple surprises at the end with you.
Yeah, Joe Birch, we're going to make you happy today.
Joe Birch, by request, we're
over and
doing your song. Thank you for being patient.
Yep.
It took me a while to learn the melody for your requested song, but I did it, and I'm very happy I did. So, but that'll be later. Let's see. Oh gosh, we've got a few more minutes here to kind of kill, and yeah, maybe. Oh, go ahead.
So if you are new to this show, there is this thing called the ScottKeever drinking game. It works with alcohol and also non-alcoholic beverages. I mean, sometimes water is the thing. So, but if you don't have a beverage in your hand or nearby, you might want to grab one. This is a great time to do that. And the reason we do this is because Scott changes instruments a lot. And because he changes instruments a lot and tunings and does the capo thing and all of that. Those are great opportunities, or really excuses to just take a drink. So you'll see that happening in the chat. I'll be moderating the chat during the show, and so we're just going to recommend that you grab something that makes you happy that you want to drink today.
Right. It can be apple juice. It can be loaded apple juice. It can be whatever you.
I've got loaded grape juice right here.
I've got loaded grape juice too.
Yeah.
Different color, but yes.
It's very nice.
One thing, just to let you guys know, we've had some technical difficulties earlier this afternoon. The video was kind of being futzy and freezy and whatever, and so if that happens, I apologize, but sometimes that's the nature of routers and just
too many people being on the internet in the same neighborhood.
In the same neighborhood at the same time. Darn that pandemic. So yeah, darn that pandemic.
Darn that pandemic.
So anyways, yeah. Oh, also I am still taking requests. So if any of you have requests for songs you'd like me to learn, I'm still open to doing that, at least for the next few months. And speaking of the next few months, next month will be the year anniversary since I started online shows. So, and we have something special in mind. It involves her. You get a lot more of her.
A lot more of me.
A lot more of her. Anyways, so that's the little surprise. But yeah, so next month will be the year anniversary. It will also be in the middle of our. Oh, it would be right before your birthday.
It'll be the day before my birthday, and
week
what,
before
10 days before your
before
birthday?
my birthday. So
Yeah, we're
April's
both
our
April
birthday.
babies.
Yeah, we're a couple. Of course, you're an Aries. I'm a Taurus. And
he's an Aquarius. Our cat's an Aquarius, which is pretty clear.
that's pretty clear. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
He has a good time.
I'm a Taurus. You're an Aries. That makes him a Taries.
Yeah, yeah. Sometimes he is a Terry's.
Oh, let's see. Oh.
Joe was saying his birthday's on Wednesday, so it's a good thing we're doing his song
Okay.
today.
Good. Well, hey, we are
good
happy to oblige, and we already got one request: Rhinestone Cowboy with
you and Nat.
you singing.
Awesome.
Well, maybe. So,
Scottish ballads.
And Faith. Well, it's funny you should ask for that because I do have a Scottish tune. Couple Scottish inspired tunes later in the show today. So in honor of St. Paddy's Day, because that was the most recent holiday.
Even though that's an Irish holiday, but
well,
whatever.
Celtic. It's open to.
We're all friends here.
Yeah, we're all friends. You know. Sláinte. Here we go. All right.
All right. Well, I should probably leave you be so you can start your thing.
Yeah. So So talk amongst yourselves, get yourself some drinks, and we'll be back shortly, and I'll arrange myself for a solo show. All right, back in a moment. You'll be back in a moment too? Circo will be back in a moment too. Look at all these guitars I've got here. Goodness sakes. Yeah, I realized today that I have 5 instruments at my disposal today. Didn't do that on purpose, folks. All right. I know, right? Folks can hear me okay? All right. Hey, Alice. Here we go. Thanks, everyone. All right, welcome to my solo show. That was a piece called Bridge Tunnel. It's one of the first pieces I ever wrote. Wrote it in Stillwater, Minnesota, which is right alongside the St. Croix River, and near Stillwater was a bridge, and I wrote this piece in a bridge tunnel, and so I got creative, and I called it Bridge Tunnel. Ta-da! So this next one is one I wrote a little more recently, probably about 10 years ago. And, about 10 years ago. And this one's called That Was the Time That Was. Thank you. Drink. Because I'm switching guitars. All right. Bring out the aria. All right. Oh, goodness. Yeah. Okay, so last month I tried this out and it didn't quite work, and this month I'm going to try it out and hopefully it works. I'll explain it here. This is a Bach piece. This is a piece by J.S. Bach called Bourrée in E minor. It's complicated as it is. So I decided to make it more complicated. What the heck you say? Well, I did. I made it more complicated. I actually turned it into a Bulgarian ruchanica, which is basically a very fast 7/8. So it's like 1 2 1 2 1 2. So 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 1 2 3. So I'm taking Bach from Germany, taking him south down into the Bulgarian regions, and So wish me luck. Here we go. This is the ruchanica Bourrée in E minor. Yeah. All right. Cool.
So Alice had a question, and I actually don't know the answer. Did Bach ever write anything for guitar specifically?
Good question. He wrote pieces for the lute, but never specifically for guitar. Those lute pieces were then later on arranged for guitar. Also a good question, because really the person who brought the guitar into the 20th century was Segovia, Andre Segovia, who, there's a lot of controversy as to whether he was a, overbearing. His reach, his influence was maybe a little too much in the in classical guitar. But what he did do is he did transcribe a bunch of Bach pieces for guitar, and that's what he brought in to for the guitar. He made a lot of that repertoire available for what we do. So yeah, so that's a long version of that. But no, he didn't specifically write anything for guitar.
But Segovia wasn't cool enough to actually transcribe it and rearrange it in 7/8 like you just did.
Well, I haven't transcribed it. But yes, he wasn't that cool. So in fact, he was kind of a jerk, but we'll get into that later. Anyways, it's a song called Red.
Oh. This is a fan favorite, just so you know.
Yeah,
lots of fire happening.
Lots of fire and hot chili peppers and that sort of thing. So yeah, that's a song that I wrote for my friend Jenny Young, who commissioned me to write some pieces based on a dance routine she did called Crayola's Revenge, where she basically was dancing each color of the rainbow, and she asked if I could do that. So I wrote a bunch of colors, and that was one of them. So, and red's kind of fiery, kind of sultry, kind of like has that attitude. So, yeah.
Is this one that you're going to be recording anytime soon?
Back
in the studio?
Well, when this whole pandemic starts to cease and desist, I do really want to go back into the studio. I'm hoping later this year. Knock on wood. This is wood. I can knock on it. But yeah, so knock on wood, I'll go back into the studio this year, and seriously, folks, I've been writing kind of nonstop since the pandemic started. You can verify this, right? So.
Yeah, Scott has been writing more than anyone else I know. He's just like, this has been such a creative year for him.
Yeah, so I can't tell you why. It just is happening like that. So I've got probably about 3 more albums in me. Like right now, I could just go in the studio and push out 3 albums. I won't, because that's just a lot of work and I get really tired. But for my public, I will do something at the very least. In the meantime, drink. There. Oh, there we go. All right. For those of you new to the ScottKeever experience, this is a resophonic guitar. It's a resophonic guitar because it's got a resophonic cone in here, and it sounds like... Oh, somebody just mentioned Ken Nordine. Is that Emily? Oh, dude, I'm totally into Ken Nordine. We'll talk about him later because Ken Nordine, for those of you who don't know, look up Ken Nordine. And he back in the 50s, Ken Nordine was like a DJ, and he would do like these sort of theater of the mind sort of things. And he was really amazing. And some paint company hired him to write poems about colors, and they used them for commercials. And if you can look each of those colors up, it's amazing. He's just basically, he's like kind of cool jazz in the background. He's like, red just wants to sit down and look at you. Something like that. Green is really jealous. He personifies each of those colors. They're so cool. Just went completely off on a tangent there. But yes, this is somebody's calling this the sex guitar. Yes, this is pretty much, yes. It's very shiny. All right. Okay, so last month I attended a hafla. Some folks in Illinois had a troupe, and I have a friend of mine here, Adara Dan. Hello, Adara. Who through her invite to this hafla, which was organized by a belly dancing troupe in Illinois, I got to come in and perform a few pieces, and they loved what I did, and I loved what they did. It was great. So kind of basically a mutual fan system there going on. So inspired by them, I decided to dig in a little bit more into my North African roots, and having done a lot of work with other belly dancers in the past, I decided to write something in one of the belly dancing styles in an Egyptian rhythm pattern called a malfouf, which is actually all through this. It's the same rhythm that's all through a lot of the Middle East and the Balkans as well. So it's basically 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2. It's got like and so I wrote something with that rhythm in mind. I'm still working on it. So this is the world premiere of Malfouf Resophonic. Oof. All right. Y'all are making me work. All right. Make a couple adjustments here. Oh, I got to do a little retuning here as well. Oh, hey, for those of you who are just showing up here, I am ScottKeever. And if you are liking what you are hearing and you would wish to contribute some funds for the musician and musicians playing, please donate tips to paypal.me/Keever Guitar. I'll say that again, paypal.me/Keever Guitar. Or you could Venmo me at capital S, Cot, capital K, Ever. There again, Venmo is capital S, Cot, capital K, Ever. Also, if you're digging what you like and you want to support me in what I'm doing through social media, you can at least like my artist page on Facebook, which says ScottKeever Composer Guitar. Please like me. I so wish to be liked, so please like that. Really appreciate it. And I should have been tuning that whole time, so because I gotta go to another tuning. Oh, I'm going to another tuning. Drink. So this is another new tune that I debuted last month. And this is one that's been in gestation. Is that an okay word to use? Gestation? I'd say we call that gestation. For a while. And I actually played it for Natalie a while ago. And I said, what do you think of this? And she says, I said, this feels a little unfinished. She says, well, why don't you just give it some time? I said, that's a great title for something. So that's a great title for this song. It's called Give It Some Time. Like I said, you guys are making me work. All right. I'm going to switch instruments, and you know what that means. Drink! All right. Put that over here. Move around. Take this one. Put that over there. Take that thing. Put it over here. There we go. So as I mentioned earlier, it was St. Patty's Day, and a weird St. Patty's Day. I think even weirder than last year in that there wasn't even like anything planned. There wasn't even anything canceled. It was just you couldn't play. And had a lot of musician friends, Irish musician friends, who were, they couldn't work. And actually, that was a big source of frustration for a lot of them. A friend of mine, Dave Perry, even wrote about it for The Current, had an article. And so if you're out there, hi, Dave, and I'm with you on that one. So be safe, keep your masks on, keep your social distancing, get vaccinated, and then sooner we can get to, that's how we get to live shows. All right. That's my soapbox. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to my soapbox. And so speaking of St. Patty's Day, this next piece is kind of inspired by Scottish music. And it's particularly the influence of my late friend Michael Matheny. This is off my solo album. It's called Air to Amuse. And Faith, I hope that counts as the Scottish ballad you were looking for. Celtics, the Celts were big on romance, and I am no exception. So I wrote a song for my wife. I want to hear it out for you. I wrote a tune for my wife Natalie. There you go. Much better. This is also different. Put a capo on, so you can drink for this one. All right, it's called Song Fortuya. There you go. All right. Thank you so much. It's looking like this next tune is my last tune in my solo set. So I want to make it a good one. But I have to switch guitars, which means drink. It also means I have to retune this guitar, which means drink again. And this one's also Celtic influenced. This one's more rousing. This one's something to kind of get your blood going. But before I get your blood going, I'm going to just remind you again, if you are interested in contributing to the funds of this musician, you can give tips at paypal.me/Keever Guitar. Again, paypal.me for Keever Guitar. And also Venmo at ScottKeever, capital S, capital K. don't have to give tips, honestly. I'm doing this to keep us going in the midst of this pandemic and to keep us all, reminding us all about what live music is supposed to be about. So that's what this is. And again, if you'd like to support what I do, artist page right here, ScottKeever, composer, guitarist, please like me. All right. So, do a little more tuning here. So, I'll do this one last tune, and then we're going to do a little change up here, a little change setup. We have a new instrument to introduce to you, which I will let Natalie kindly introduce it when she gets here. I'm excited. All right, this is called Mccully's Reel, named after an awesome woman named Rachel Mccully, who passed away in 2006. So this is dedicated to her and to St. Patty's Day. And thank you all for my solo show. And I'll run this through you. And go ahead and dance in your living room if you need to. All right, Mccully's Reel. Oh, here we go. Oh! Didn't tune the last string. Oh my goodness. This is live music here, folks. All right. That's what you miss. That's what you miss from live music is mistakes like that. Here we go. 2, 3, 4. right, that's my solo show. And next up, I'll be bringing in Natalie Nowitzki for a couple more tunes. So stay tuned. We're going to do a little switching around. And so get another drink, and we'll be right back.
Good times. You weren't expecting us to stand, were you?
Well, you know what? I think I had your mic off the whole time that you were talking.
I haven't asked about that. That's hilarious.
I'm sorry. I demuted.
No, that's okay.
I didn't demute that. Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
Oh, goodness.
Did you get that?
Oh, no, I did not. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Well, we get that after we do some talking. And then I'll
yeah, that's a good plan.
So my apologies, folks. Natalie was actually talking throughout that whole thing, and you didn't hear any of it. So
it's okay. This isn't my show.
Well, wait until you get to next month. So you can move in a little closer here.
Yeah, I just want to be sure that you have room for your.
I got plenty.
Instruments.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead while I pick up my instrument of destruction. You go ahead and introduce this. Introduce this first.
Yeah. Oh, right. I have not used this yet here because I just recently acquired this. This is a new upright bass that I actually bought for touring because I do not own a large vehicle, and so a standard upright bass does not fit into my granny car. So I actually bought this one for a show that I do, a touring show that's a tribute to John Denver. And as it turns out, it's just a really fun bass to play. So we've been jamming with this a lot lately. Scott bought a theremin recently, and we did a jam with this and the theremin and had a lot of good times. But we're not going to do that right now. Maybe another day. Instead, we are making good on a request that Joe Birch has had for months. And because it's his birthday coming up, this seems like a really perfect time to do it for him. This is actually a Macedonian song called More Chichoreche, and it's supposed to be a funny song. I think that for its time, it probably was. So I'm not really going to explain everything that happens, but it's basically, a young woman whose parents are trying to marry her off, and it's not for any reason other than they just want to get rid of her completely. And it's supposed to be all jokey, and I personally find it really offensive, but it's a really fun song. And so Scott and I do this in our band, OBI, Orchestra Bez Ime, and Scott usually plays the tambura, which he has here. He got this from Bulgaria.
This is a Bulgarian tambura, by the way, that I've had for quite a few years. I don't play it usually here for my solo shows, not a lot of solo things that I do on it, but I've done it. I think I did something last year with you. I think we did.
I think you did Karanfila on it. Yeah.
But I've never played the melody for this song before ever, and so I actually learned this. I learned this for you, Joe. So this is your birthday present. Is this song with me on the melody? So. And
I learned this on bass for Joe because usually I'm playing drum and singing, and we decided that it would make more sense to do something with bass and tambura on this. So this is gonna be fun. Right. Have a good time.
Make sure I get all the
and that.
Oh, yeah. You're so good.
Thank you.
But
You want to explain what kind of dance that was?
Oh yeah, so that was a oh man, this is really hard to do. This was in 5/8, which is the dance is called pajduszko, which is comes from the word to limp. That's a very limping rhythm. And it's super fun to dance. So I know that there are a few people on who dance pajduszko, so you know what a good time this is. So we're bringing back the aria, which is so many people's favorite. Such a great guitar. This is gonna be the last song in the set. I'm good. Okay. I'm fine. I'm in the frame. I'm fine.
Sorry. Anyways, this is a special song we're doing next.
Yeah, and actually, you asked if we could do this.
Yes.
So, so my friend and mentor and colleague, Peter Ostruszko, we lost him at the end of February this year. He died from heart failure, and he left so much amazing music. And a ton of it's out there, and a ton of it hasn't been published either. And it's just kind of amazing the repertoire that he had in his life. So we wanted to do a song from his rep. And this is actually, I think that a lot of people who are doing tributes to Peter are probably focusing on like his beautiful instrumentals, and he wrote incredible pieces for mandolin and fiddle, and his arrangements were incredible and everything, and a lot of gorgeous stuff. But as someone who knew him, he also very much had a silly side, and so we decided to focus on the silly side for our tribute.
And I remembered the song from a way back, which is a song he used to do on a Prairie Home Companion. My late wife loved the song, would sing it around the house. And we weren't even Ukrainian. And it's about being Ukrainian. And right, it's called My People. And it's a very silly song about being Ukrainian. And so here I am, married to a Ukrainian, singing a song by an amazing Ukrainian artist, Ukrainian American artist. And I wanted to learn the song, and so I was happy that Natalie would be brave enough. And there's a lot of words in this song, so she's very brave.
There are a lot of words.
Yeah, we were going like, thanks, Peter, a lot of the times, and trying to work the song out.
If you ever went to any of his shows, they were always quite long.
Yeah, and
they were great, but they were quite long.
And that man could talk.
He could.
Yeah.
He was amazing. So this is one of the things that I appreciate about him, and why I think this song is actually kind of perfect for us to do. Peter was like, he's one of these people who, if he had been part of my family, he totally would have been one of my uncles, because like he had all of these qualities about him that I totally appreciate in my uncles too. There's like this dry wit and dark sense of humor and silliness, and also like hyper intelligence that like comes out at the most stunning moments. And he was like one of these people who really liked to kind of like hold a mirror up to society and show people how ridiculous we can be sometimes and how funny we are as humans. So
we should address that the song was written in the late 80s, early 90s?
It was published in the mid-90s, so this is a song that appears on Pilgrims on the Heart Road.
Right. It's just the contents of the songs it's a little dated.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with that time, this might not mean as much, but let's do a a uke song from a uke with a uke. I should also mention, so my sister and I, we when we started working with Peter, we worked with him together along with our friend Tanya Debukin, who's a very close friend of Peter's. And for like the first several shows that we did with him, we did these Christmas shows, he would often repeat this phrase that shows up in the song. And I think some people found it really insulting, but if you're Ukrainian, you get that it has more to do with attitude than anything else. Yeah. My people, they're built low to the ground, low to the ground, low to the ground. My people, they're built low to the ground, and they pick potatoes. My people, they were born to work and toil in a very fertile soil they call Ukraina. My people, they were born to suffer and toil and pick potatoes. My people, they love to eat pig meat, like pickled piggy feet and head cheese that's so, so sweet. My people, they love to eat their piggy meat when they not picking potatoes. My people do things with sour cream that would make a grown man scream. Even Bob Dole would blush and quiver. My people, they love their sour cream in borscht and baked potatoes. And our priests, they've got garlic on their breath. They promise us life after death, and they smell like old incense. Our priests, they've got garlic on their breath when they bless potatoes. Folk drive those big Oldsmobiles. There's a certain sex appeal with that certain Cossack behind the wheel. Our menfolk, they drive those big American-made Oldsmobiles, and they haul potatoes. And our women got those old world kind of breasts, you know, the kind that can crush you to your death when they squeeze you to their bosoms. Our women, they're like saints among the rest, 'cause they taught us how to pick potatoes. Now my people only vote Republican, like Richard Nixon, Gerald Ford, and Ronnie Reagan. They like to see him again. Our people only vote for real men, but then again they drink distilled potatoes. Our children, they're like round, ripe cantaloupes. They've got lips shaped like garlic cloves and onions set for little toes. Little Boris and Natasha, they're like round, ripe cantaloupes, and they grow and grow and grow like new potatoes. They're built low to the ground, low to the ground, low to the ground. My people, they're built low to the ground, and they pick potatoes. My people, they're built low to the ground, low to the ground, low to the ground. My people, they're built low to the ground for picking potatoes. Everybody sing with me this last time. My people, they're built low to the ground, low to the ground, low to the ground. My people, they're built low to the ground for picking potatoes. God bless you, Peter.
And thank you guys. Thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for being part of our audience. And stay healthy. Get vaccinated. Keep distancing. Keep doing all those things that you're doing so well. And we'll be back next month for more of this, actually.
Can't wait to see you all again.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Take care. And we love you all. And
end stream.
And end stream. Now I got to be awkward and do that thing.
Every time.
Every single time. Every single time. Hey, do I have it? Is it here? Wait a second. It's right.
Oh my God. Who did I marry?
Is that it right
yep,
there?
that's it right there. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Just push the red button. Push the red button.
Okay,
Yes.
the red
That's the one that says end stream.
No, the one that says end stream. Got it.
Yep. Click.